Following their crazy run in the NBA season to the rings, the Los Angeles Lakers is the top team to win the next season and protect their NBA title in 2021. Yet with the Brooklyn Nets and the Golden State Warriors back in the blend, the opposition just got more enthusiastic. And the LA Lakers may require more capability in their program to stay aware of different groups. From the most recent NBA exchange gossipy tidbits, Chris Paul may be on the route to Los Angeles to join LeBron James and the LA Lakers. OKC Thunder's Chris Paul is no more unusual to the city Los Angeles, as he played for the LA Clippers from 2011 to 2017. An Eastern Conference leader as of late discussed the chance of the 35-year-old getting back to LA. He stated, "Chris Paul couldn't imagine anything better than to return to LA. I realized it would be a blessing from heaven for Chris. I realized LeBron loves and trusts him and he would be a solid match." This NBA exchange talk bodes well, given how useful the expansion of Chris Paul could be to the LA Lakers' odds of holding the title. Before we go any further, we really gotta ask the question, do the Lakers and the Thunder both want this deal? Also, let us know what you think about this potential trade down in the comments. Let's get right back into answering that question. Although both parties may be happy to do the exchange, Paul's agreement is an enormous obstacle. The 34-year-old will make $41 million in the impending season. Besides LeBron and Anthony Davis, just Danny Green is on such a huge agreement. So to exchange for Paul, they should toss in 4 to 5 players to make the pay rates work. The Lakers were happy to have a third max contract major in the past slow time of the year in Kawhi Leonard. However, Paul is more seasoned and is on a much bigger agreement, so they probably won't be anxious to pull the trigger on this exchange. Aside from Green, different players the Lakers have under agreement are on a steam for cash bargains. So the Lakers would be senseless to surrender 4 to 5 players for Paul. There is no uncertainty about the quality he would add to the group. However, tragically for Paul, his agreement may prevent him from getting a transition to a battling group this season. His waiting for a ring is probably going to proceed. Let's say 3 reasons why Chris Paul would be a good fit for the Lakers. Number 1. Chris Paul's high ball IQ. This season, Chris Paul conveyed a youthful OKC Thunder group to the end of the season games and demonstrated to the world he's still among the most astute parts in b-ball. Paul's remarkable playmaking capacities will ease the heat off of LeBron James' shoulders, and he can be an incredible backup point guard for the LA Lakers. In the event that Rajon Rondo, who is presently a free agent, winds up leaving the 2020 Victors in the offseason, Chris Paul can more than compensate for his misfortune by assuming control over the group's point guard tasks. It's an obvious fact that Paul is one of LeBron James' closest companions, and this banana boat group pair running the point will be awful news for all teams in the NBA. Well, all other teams. Number 2. The LA Lakers offer the most obvious opportunity for Chris Paul to win a title. In spite of his achievements as a player, Chris Paul has always lost an NBA title. The 10-time All-Star is in the nightfall of his vocation and would be frantic for an occasion to fight for an NBA title. NBA exchange bits of gossip recommend that the OKC Thunder may be going into remake mode, and they don't have any sensible potential for success in seeking the title. With LeBron James and Anthony Davis as of now in the group, the LA Lakers will undoubtedly make a profound altercation at the end of the season games. Going along with them would be Paul's best expectation of winning a ring before he hangs up his boots. Number 3. Chris Paul would additionally hoist LA Lakers' edge safeguard. Due to his playmaking and scoring capacities, Chris Paul's guard as a rule doesn't get the credit it merits. The point god has made the NBA all-defensive first team multiple times in his profession and keeps on being among the best border protectors in the group. The Los Angeles Lakers are, as of now, a solid defensive team, and adding Chris Paul to the group will be a bad dream for their opponents. Most difficult groups in the West Conference are driven by hotshot point guards, and Chris Paul can assume the liability of containing them on safeguard. We hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you think Chris Paul is going to go to the Lakers.